which is crazy. They're talking about Luka Doncic and his drinking when the NBA allows their entire league, all the players are allowed to smoke weed. It's not against the rules of the NBA for players and coaches to smoke weed, drink weed, eat weed brownies, consume all versions of weed. And we know in 2025, there's weed popcorn, weed potato chips, weed peanut butter, weed olive oil. You can have full meals, 5-star meals from weed chefs. You can have weed drinks, weed butter, weed lotion. Every single thing you want, you could get in weed. And the NBA allows its players and its coaches, and I don't have no problem with it. It's legal. But the NBA allows its players and its coaches to consume weed, and they do. Oh, and because we don't talk about the coaches. I don't know who, but I would bet my bottom dollar that there are plenty of coaches, assistant coaches, that smoke that weed, that wacky tobacco. Yet you're upset about Luka Doncic, 25 years old, all NBA 5 years in a row, who just took the Dallas Mavericks, along with the rest of the Dallas Mavericks, Jason Kidd, Kookie Kyrie, and the rest of them. But he led them to the NBA Finals, and you're worried about him drinking some beers. So what's going to happen now if Luka sobers up during the NBA season? It ain't going to get worse. He's obviously not a lush. Is he a little pudgy around the belly? So what? So what? You know who else was pudgy around the belly? Charles Barkley. You know who else drank beers? The entire NBA during the 70s and 80s. Larry Joe Bird drinking beers. There's photos of him drinking beers. You don't think Larry Joe Bird smoked cigarettes? Obviously, things have changed, health, yada, 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 but you're freaking out about Luka Doncic drinking some beers or whatever the he drinks legally when the entire league smokes weed, when the entire weed and its coaching staff smoke weed legally. It is not a problem. That means you could smoke weed before a game, after a game. You could smoke weed before practice, before a shoot around, after the game. You can have weed candies. You'd be talking on ESPN, high out of your mind. But you're freaking out about a 5-time All-NBA player that likes to drink beer. He's 25. He's from Europe. He's European. He was playing professional Spanish basketball when he was 15. You don't think he's going to drink some? He's kicking